It's time for you to get back in the action with Bolabet. Check out our brand new website at bolabet.co.zm or visit any of our branches countrywide. We know you think you're the biggest fan, but are you prepared to bet on it?
Bigger and better than Bolabet. Number one betting brand, bigger and better than Bolabet.
Bolabet. Prove you know the game. Zambia's number one betting brand is bigger and better than ever. It's time for you to get back in the action with Bolabet. Check out our brand new website at bolabet.co.zm or visit any of our branches countrywide. We know you think you're the biggest fan, but are you prepared to bet on it?
Bigger and better than Bolabet. Number one betting brand, bigger and better than Bolabet.
Bolabet. Prove you know the game. Zambia's number one betting brand is bigger and better than ever. It's time for you to get back in the action with Bolabet. Check out our brand new website at bolabet.co.zm.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Bolabet Chat Show right here at Lusaka Music Radio, and this is your host Alif aka Alcow, and I have with me my good friend. It's good to have you back, Pancharelo Chama.
Thanks, Alif.
Yeah, and my condolences once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Yeah. And we have a special guest today. Allow me to introduce my very good friend. This is Justin Palmar, the CEO of the City of Lusaka Football Club, and at Yamoto. Yeah, how you doing?
Thanks, Alif. I'm good. How are you?
I'm terrific.
How's it, Punch?
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good.
The look, as you can see, there's some rivalry.
There's some tension. There's some tension.
He's like, yeah, I got you today. Okay, no, we're about to start. But before we actually start talking to Justin, I just want to let you remind you that today we'll be giving away some fantastic prizes, and we'll be, of course, giving away these fantastic prizes to you who are streaming and watching us live right now from wherever you are. All you have to do is hit the like button and share with everyone you know about the show and of course about Bolabet. Remember, for you to win, you have to have an account with Bolabet. Just go to the Bolabet website. That's bolabet.co.zm. That's www.bolabet.co.zm. Click on the register icon right next to the login if you're not already registered, and that's where we'll send your free bets that you're eligible to win today if you're registered. Remember, you have to have an account with Bolabet to get your free bets, and I will be giving away 2 free 50 kwacha bets to 2 lucky guys out there, or girls who are watching, and of course Pancharelo as well will be giving away 2 50 kwacha free bets, and Justin will be giving away 2 T-shirts.
Also,
we're giving away these T-shirts today.
Alif, can I just remind everyone that if you don't show your receipt, no one will believe you, okay?
Yes. So these are the T-shirts that we're giving away, okay, to you guys today. All right. So like I said, and we have actually a gift for you too, Justin, at the end of the show. Yeah. You get a T-shirt too.
Oh, excellent.
So remember to support the show and support Bolabet by hitting the like button and share, and of course register with Bolabet. Lots of people have been winning week in, week out. In fact, before we actually start our discussion, let me just point out a couple of people that have been very lucky in the last round. I want to say congratulations to the I don't know who okay, because we're not giving away the names, okay, so I'll just give away the figures. There was somebody who had a stake of 1,000 kwacha, and from this ticket they raked in 119,663 kwacha from this ticket. From 1,000 kwacha, they made 118,000 kwacha profit from playing with Bolabet. There was also a stake of 500 kwacha that raked in 50,941 kwacha. You too can play with Bolabet, and just check out the many different types of betting, because there's like 1,000 betting types with Bolabet plus, 1,000 plus. There was a 5 kwacha that raked in 16,000 kwacha, 749, and there was a 100 kwacha stake that raked in 15,556 kwacha, and then there was a 50 kwacha that raked in 13,989 kwacha, guys.
Huge.
Have you been playing?
Yes, but we're talking about the game. The game we just ended. Al Ahly.
Yeah. And you've already missed one event.
I've already missed one.
But it's not the end. Was it a multi-bet ticket?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so with Bolabet, you get to get some cash back. There's what they call cash back with Bolabet. What cash back is you can get your cash back. If you had a stake of 100 kwacha on a multi-bet ticket. Now there's conditions. There's just 3 conditions, and the 3 conditions state that first, your multi-bet ticket has to have a minimum of 25 odds. Okay, so the odds have to be 25 and above. And of course, the other one is you have to have at least 2 games on your ticket, which makes it a multi-bet ticket. And then the last one, Majid, just remind me, what's the third condition for the cash back? What's the third condition of the cash back? There's the 25 and above odds, and then there's the
2 more teams,
multiple teams, and then
Where's your memory?
I
mean,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Okay, but let me just verify very quickly. So the last condition is
maybe there's only 2 conditions.
Okay, that's right.
So I've just remembered.
You have to have missed at least one event. If you have missed more than one, then you forfeit.
Okay.
So those are the 3 conditions. One, you'd have to have missed one, like the way you've lost one.
Yeah.
So if you've lost one game out of your multi-bet ticket, then you can still qualify. So don't throw away those tickets, because if you had bet, say, 100 kwacha, okay, on your multi-bet ticket, and your odds are above 25, then you go to the promo section on the Bolabet website. Mm-hmm. There's 2 charts. There's one on your left-hand side which shows you the odd charts, which is 25 up to 45, from 45 to 65, 65 all the way onwards up to 90, then 450, 750, and 950. Then on the right-hand side, there is the stake, which is corresponding to the odds on your left-hand side. So if your stake is between 25 and 45, you multiply your 100 kwacha times 1, so you get back your whole amount of 100 kwacha. Now, if your stake is between 45 and 90, then you multiply your 100 kwacha with 2, so you get back 200 kwacha, and so forth and so forth. Now, if your stake is between 450 and 750, you multiply your 100 kwacha times 10, so you get back 1,000 kwacha from a losing ticket on your multi-bet. So you still win 1,000 kwacha from a ticket that has lost one event. So don't throw away that ticket, that could be you. So that's cash back, people. So remember to hit the like button on our Facebook page, and also check out all the other people that have been winning, and you can interact, of course, with our team from Bolabet, and that's my main man Majid Saidi, who will be talking to you, so he can let you know exactly how you can place your bets, what the odds are like, and of course anything that you don't understand but you want to know, then just click on the chat section on our Bolabet Facebook page, and we also have something similar on the website. Okay, we're going to go straight now into our discussion today. Today we're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to look at, of course, the Premier League. We're going to talk about the FA Cup, and of course we're going to talk about Justin and his team, City of Lusaka.
I don't like how you guys are looking at
And remember, if you have any questions to ask us about City of Lusaka and Justin, feel free to post right there. Gotta say good evening to you, Akle Mioba. Thank you so much for tuning in. Godfrey Bradley Kasang, thank you so much. I can see everyone is saying nice and no complaints about our sound. I hope the sound is okay. Give us a thumbs up if the sound is okay.
I'm here, look, when I'm here,
Yeah, we never have this. So what are we saying? That it's Bwezani?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's not what we're saying. And safe trip to boys, and he traveled to Solwezi, and I got this from Justin actually. You know, I didn't even know. He didn't give me a heads up. No, I had to get it from our. I had to get it from the guest.
It's horrible.
So Justin, let's get straight into it then. So tell us, how's City of Lusaka performing right now in the lower division?
The way you said lower,
It's a bit insulting actually. I'm sorry.
What division is your team?
I didn't mean it like that, but you know, because people might be looking
We'll
for
call
City
it
of
the
Lusaka. Where is it?
National First Division. That's what we'll call it by its official name.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, we're performing above expectations. We're in third position, but
Yeah.
we're 1 point behind first and second. So,
Not bad.
you know, a team that's just literally been promoted in October from the third tier from provincial football. Can't really complain about that. A leaf.
Thank you, Justin. I'm gonna text you, Alex Iluki. Thank you for that. He says, "What happened to the 6 and 50 kwachas?" No, we are going to give away those. That's the. You know what? As a matter of fact, we're going to do this because there's supposed to be 6. Okay, 650 kwachas. That's what Alex is asking for. So we're going to give away the 2 T-shirts, but we'll give away an extra 2 free bets.
So I guess
So you're giving away 4.
4 things.
Okay.
So you need to come up with 4
Full-time job.
4 questions. So Alex, we're going to give away 6 50 kwacha free bets to you guys. So pay attention to our discussion, and we're going to ask you simple questions from what we're talking about today, and most of it is really about some
I'm
of
going
the...
to ask difficult questions.
No.
Otherwise, I'm keeping the T-shirts.
Yeah, that's Justin for you. All right, got another one here from David Garcia. Says, live from Lusaka. Good show. Thank you so much. And Tyles Namonje, who says, my favorite betting company, Bolabet Iabako. Thank you so much for that. So remember to hit the like button and, of course, share the page, and, of course, let everybody know about the show. Let everybody know about Bolabet, and we're going to give you guys some great gifts, as you can see this evening. So let's get straight into it, Justin. You were saying?
I was just saying that we're excellent.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Excellent. So where do you guys really see yourselves finishing? Do you guys think maybe you're going to make it into the MTN Fire Super League next season?
Well, as
I
you
know that's your target, but is it looking optimistic?
Look, the bottom 4 from Super League come down and the top 4 go up. We are 3 or 4 points ahead of the team in 5th position.
Wow.
And we've recruited a few new players, so the team is stronger hopefully in the second half of the season than the first half. I know that other teams also brought in some players, but on the basis of that, I don't think it's unrealistic to aim for top 4.
So you brought in a couple of new signings of late. I'd seen you guys unveiling, what's his name again?
There's a couple. Brought in Musonda from
Yes.
Kawa Warriors, a left back. Brought in an attacking midfielder named Chitoshi, who was from Zanako, who'd been on loan at a few clubs. And I've brought in 2 other players, which we haven't announced yet, but you should get that info tomorrow.
Okay. How have they settled in, and how are they performing so far?
Well, look, Chitoshi, he last season was at Nakambala on loan from Zanako.
Yeah.
And with all the issues that went on there, we've got a situation in Zambia with a lot of players who haven't played football in quite a long time. Unless they're in the starting 11 of a Super League team or National First Division team, there's been no provincial football, there's been no amateur football, so there's not really been anywhere for these people to get up to match fitness. So the players that we've brought in, we're kind of looking at 4 to 6 weeks for them to get up to the right physical fitness, because it's not something you can get just from running up and down stairs all day. It's not the same as playing in a match.
Yeah.
So this is an issue that we're seeing also with foreign players that are coming in. Zimbabwe haven't played any football since last year in March. Mozambique also haven't doing anything. So there's a lot of players out there who need to get a bit of football on their legs before they're really going to shine.
Okay. It actually made me lose my chain of thought. I was about to ask a very, very cardinal question. But I was about to also ask, say, has COVID affected maybe your performances, and also the fact that because of COVID, there is no more fans in the stadiums now? Has that had an impact on the performance of the team? Do you think you could have actually been better off if it wasn't for COVID? You'd have been maybe even top of the league right now.
Honestly, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what effect it's had because there are some very, very well supported teams in the National First Division. There's teams like Nchanga Rangers are in there, Mufulira Wanderers are in there. I don't know if anyone's been following what is happening when you go to Kashikishi or Mpulungu and play games out there, but I think when, was it Mpulungu that beat Kansanchi? There must have been 4, 5, 6,000 people at that game.
It was so, for lack of a better term, I feel it was you know,
scary.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
I mean, the Super League teams aren't allowed to have fans, but here's a Division 1
you're not
team,
allowed to.
Yeah, and then you find thousands of fans. But I can't really blame Pulungu Harbour because the pitch is open.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? It's not like you're going to stop people, hey, to stop. But I feel now that in the near, the Football Association of Zambia are sort of like in a catch-22 situation where they want to promote the league, but during this period there are very little funds, so they can't tell Pulungu like put up a wall, and then Pulungu will be like, but where's the money going to come from? So it creates that huge challenge. But I feel
it's complicated. It's complicated. You know why it's complicated? Because all National First Division clubs sign club licensing beginning of the season, and part of that is your stadium. It says you have to meet these certain criteria.
Yeah.
Now I understand that the Football Association can't say to a team that has just come up, like Kashikishi, that first day after 2 weeks you have to have the stadium 100% ready. But in Pulungu Harbour, they were in the division last season, weren't they?
Yeah, and this is what I feel. I feel that they need to be because if there's an incident which happened in the Nigerian league, 2 incidences in fact, where they are so strict on small little details which we are just overlooking. Like there's a coach for one of the clubs. He wore ripped jeans, and he was sanctioned. He was sanctioned. Another situation of a coach who at a top league match over the weekend, he wore a foreign, I think that was a German club replica. While he was after the match, he was shown in it, and he was fined as well. You see, those are small issues, but it's the details, and we will get shocked in Zambia 3, 4, 5 years down the line when the Nigerian league will be so big. Then we'll be like, what's going on? What did we do wrong? But because I feel that we don't focus on the small things like the issues of stadium, whereby you just tell, if it's Kashikishi or whatever, or Pulungu, you just tell them that, look, by this time, if you are not ready for Division 1, you're going to get demoted. And I feel that's what is being done in Zimbabwe, that's what is being done in...
or just maybe play from a different location. There must be some stadium in Kasama.
A neutral venue.
The challenge which comes in of playing in a different location, and what I've seen from talking to club officials, is that now they start complaining something, no, because if we go to that location, we'll be spending more money. So there's that dynamic.
But if you can't afford to be in the league, then you can't afford to be in the league.
You can, but I think a lot of it's more an emotive argument, because they'll say that it's an emotional argument. They'll say that, look, we're supporting football, we're on the grassroots, we've been doing this for years, so if we're kicked out, we won't. But you know,
going out to the games in Pulungu and Kashikishi, it's fun because it's a whole new experience, and also those towns, they're so well supported when the games happen because they don't get a lot of football out there of this level. But at the same time, I think our first game we played,
I remember that,
Kashikishi away, and the match commissioner tried to stop the match from beginning because there was a few thousand people around. The police tried to tell them to move, but you can't, if there's no walls, you can't control that. So we just played. Fortunately, we won. But look, I don't have... Sorry, Elif is watching videos while we're trying to talk over. Sorry, carry on. I don't know what the answer is, and I'll just take this chance to say that those guys at FAS, they work so hard. You know, I'll call people Saturday night 21, and they're there to help me to answer the phone, to do things. It's not football administration is not easy. Yeah. And for everyone who's a club or supporter to always point the finger at FAS is, in my opinion, it's crazy, because you know, I think that, look, everyone's got problems, but they work hard and they do some really good stuff.
I feel this is where I feel the challenge is. I feel that people work hard. That's undeniable. The people at the Football Association of Zambia work extra hard. That is something you can't be denied. But my question is that, yes, we're working hard, But what is going to happen 3-4 years ago when we see the Malawian league is better than us? I'm sure they're working hard, but what extra impetus are they
Working
putting?
smart.
Yeah, are they doing more than what we are doing? Because we seem to be lagging behind over the issue of stadia. It's not just in Division 1, it's even in Super League, you know. Simple things like where some venues, where are the facilities for you to go if you're this, and you find that sometimes they're locked up and this is a league match. Who's there to look into it? Because remember that every team has got away fans, and when they go there and don't find any facility, it's just sometimes a real mess. And I feel that really the clubs need to sit down together. It shouldn't be a Football Association of Zambia thing, but it should be the clubs to sit down together and say that, look, how can we as Club X work with you as Club Y to create a situation? Because the Football Association of Zambia officials, they administer the game, but they can just maybe sympathize, but they can't empathize because they're not in the shoes of the clubs. It's the clubs who have the fans, who tell the clubs that we went to watch a match at this side and we were shepherded to some section of the stadium.
Punch, I don't want it to seem like just because now I'm running Woodland Stadium, which is very nice, that I can just sit on top of my throne and say everyone else needs to do better. Because before with Kabwe, you know, the Kabwe Warriors Stadium is a great place to watch football, but to find the capital and money to fix up things like bathrooms and walls and make it look all shiny, it's very hard to do. It's hard to find that, especially when you look at the team and you go, you know, if we just had that attacking midfielder, we could get CAF.
Yeah.
Or we could put in a new bathroom. And and what upsets me a bit is I've got to say I'm very impressed with what Prison Leopards have done this season. And
they're building a stadium.
But why? Punch. Kabwe, you don't need two stadiums in Kabwe. Okay, here's my opinion. If Prisons go and build a stadium that's just as nice as Kabwe Warriors' stadium, Railway Stadium, then you'll have two pretty nice stadiums. Maybe they could work together and build one really nice stadium.
Yeah.
Look, I think
they're both government. I agree with that. Sometimes, you know, strength comes in numbers. Like point. Sometimes, if you can't afford it, maybe you could get a helping hand from someone who maybe you can actually share the facility in the long run.
But then you see, I think
like rivalries.
Yes, exactly.
It's rivalry.
But it's been done before.
Inter Milan and AC Milan have been sharing a stadium for 40 years.
Yeah, for 40 years,
and they hate each other.
But then again, technically, it's not their stadium; it's owned by the state. So they just, I think, have an agreement.
Yes, but also, the Railway Stadium is owned by Zambia Railways.
It's owned by Zambia Railways.
Both of them, one's IDC, one's government. Yeah. Look, I'm sure.
It won't come from the officials. It'll come from the fans. Because imagine a situation whereby Kabwe Warriors are playing, and I've heard this from, like, there's the other team in Kabwe. What's Kaisa? Yes. Yeah. Where Kaisa came. And a couple of officials came to tell me that, look, we're going to be moving, and I'll say that it's alleged and it's speculation, but they felt that every time they were playing there, some Warriors fans would be, you know, they would be heckling them, they would be dissing them that, hey, look, you're playing here, but this is not your stadium. You know, go and find your own stadium. You know, their fans would go there and
say... Yeah, but Punch, if you were just renting, then yes. But if you come together to do a shared project...
But who's the stadium going to be for? That's the confusing part. Because the members will be like, this is our stadium, and Kabwe Warriors will be like, but no.
So AC Milan, there's 4 changing rooms. There's 2 away change, or I think there's 1 away changing room, and there's 2 different home ones. AC Milan have this, Inter Milan have this.
Yeah.
Look, Punch, all I'm saying is that if you're going to invest... This is
a Zambian league.
No, but
where a referee's tires got slashed because he made an alleged...
No,
yeah, I
there's also...
we weren't even there. There's a difference.
But there's also a document called an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding. So you can just sign that, and then, you know... Sometimes when you put something on paper, it carries a lot of weight, and people really abide.
Let me just simplify what I'm saying here. What I'm saying here is just that as a football fraternity in Zambia, we only have so many resources. We don't have everything. It's not like South Africa, they hosted the World Cup, so FIFA gave them tons of money to build beautiful 60,000-seater stadiums everywhere. No, they don't even use them for football half the time now. AmaZulu have moved to go play in the rugby stadium. But we've only got so many resources. why can't we maybe think about working a bit better together? Because usually it's one person builds everything, spends everything, and then everyone else wants to use for free. You know?
Yeah. So I got a message here coming in. Thank you so much, guys, for your chats that are coming in. There's Muzo Mbele who says Yamoto is doing well. Mr. Palmar, do you think Yamoto will qualify for ABSA? So before you answer that one, I gotta read a couple more because they're coming in plenty. Thank you so much for the likes and hearts, guys. Keep them coming, and remember to hit the like and share button as well. Martin Tino Mato says you are talking sense punch. He loves what you're saying as regard the discussion. Franklin Malambo also says following, and this is a very interesting discussion, you guys. Alison Tip says he's watching from Mundola. Big up to all our guys in the Kopala. Cletus Mwelwa Mwaba says Bolabet app. Anybody? When is the app coming up for Bolabet? Majid will be working on that one very soon. I'm sure he's here with us.
People, who's this Majid guy?
You'll be a guest one day on the show. We'll have him to come and clarify some of the things I was blabbering and forgetting about. So he actually came on the radio show to actually clarify a couple of things that I wasn't saying straight. So he's gonna be here. And then Ty Breezy says Alola. So big up to you guys. So keep those comments coming in. Remember, at the end of the show, we're giving away 8 prizes. That's 2 Bolabet T-shirts right here, and of course we're giving away 6 free 50 kwacha bets courtesy of Bolabet. You have to be registered though for you to qualify to be eligible to get your free bets, because they'll go straight into your Bolabet account. Okay, so there was a question. Do you guys, Justin, do you think you're going to qualify for ABSA?
Well, there's one game. This weekend is the last round, and we're on 30 points, and Kansanchi and Konkola on 31, so it's not really up to us. All we can do is go and win our game, and hope that those other 2 games they have either a draw or loss, one of them. And then
so it's not a mathematical thing.
So, last week we played Konkola, and it was a 0-0 draw. We missed a penalty. We hit the post. We missed a 1-on-1. We played very well, and I was very, very happy with the team's performance. But if we had won that, then it was in our hands. Right now, all we can do is win our game and see what happens in the other fixtures. But we'll know on Saturday, because we play Sunday. Konkola play Mighty on Saturday. We play Sunday, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, look like the Nkwazi. Did you watch the Nkwazi and Napsa game? Did you see how many times Nkwazi failed to find the net?
Yeah, and they've had striking issues. They've had issues of strike, and I think it's a general problem in the Zambian league, aside from Lusaka Dynamos, and in Ghana, who had a good striker, Idris Bombo.
Yeah,
those 2 teams, but
it wasn't a Zambian though. He wasn't a Zambian striker though. But and I would say I was looking forward to playing in Ghana and ABSA Cup, but
like seriously,
I don't think that's happening.
Actually, now that you guys have brought it up, I think we can actually can we move on to discuss Nkana now, or should we talk about Power Dynamos first?
Oh, we can talk about Power.
Okay, so how have you seen Power Dynamos' performance of late? Over the weekend, I think it was over the weekend, they got hammered by Lusaka Dynamos. 2-1. They started off very, very well with Sautu finding the net, and I think he was very, very instrumental. I don't know if you managed to catch that game, Justin, the game between Lusaka Dynamos and Power Dynamos over the weekend. It was very, 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 very interesting, very exciting. Sautu, I think for me, was the man of the match for Power Dynamos. But of course, Lusaka Dynamos, they were relentless. Yeah, the goalkeeper. I mean, what was up with that? He literally let both goals in. They went through his hand.
Here's the ironic thing. Well, watching the people were making comparisons of him and Karius, the former Liverpool.
He's Kakunta, right?
Yeah, he's Kakunta.
Yes, Karius Kakunta. There must be a relation.
Former Liverpool. So then, ironically, come Liverpool later on in the evening. And I don't know what Addison was thinking on those 2.
Yeah, the same. No, we'll be talking about Liverpool
in the Premier League. It can happen in the Premier League. Yeah, sometimes people have bad days. I didn't watch the game, and I'm not making excuses for anyone. But let's not hold everyone to standards.
I think he needs to be benched, and maybe they need to put their number 2 for a while, because he really literally costed them. The shots were going literally straight at him, and they went through him. through both his hands, both goals. You know, the first one was
Can't answer that.
Yeah, it was a cross.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then it went off one of his defenders and then through his hands.
So you're
Then the
saying
other one-
that Lusaka Dynamos didn't deserve to win the game, or what are you saying?
No, I think Lusaka Dynamos were not going to win the game
If
it wasn't for Kakunta's errors.
They need a better.
But let us know what you guys think also if you watched the game between Lusaka Dynamos and Power Dynamos over the weekend. Who do you think? I know a lot of people, especially the coach, what's on your end? No, Spencer. Spencer's, what's his name? Perry Mutapa. I think he wouldn't blame his goalkeeper. You know, they never do, even though it was playing.
Yeah, even though you
saw, but you always have to protect your players, regardless. But if I were him, I would definitely try another goalkeeper for the
But funny enough, when they played yesterday, it was
they drew, huh?
Yeah,
and they used the same
they used
goalkeeper,
him, which was strange. But
it was a
maybe
union
they
draw.
didn't want him to lose all
the confidence
and just
Yeah.
maybe support him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's difficult to be a coach because you put faith in him. He could have cost him again, and that could have been the end of Perry's job. That I've just been like, okay, this guy is playing the same guy 2 times.
But
what's wrong about
what
it?
was the expectations for Power at the beginning of the season?
Power believe that they're a good team. That's the very, very funny part. And please, Power fans, when I'm going to visit Kitwe, I've got nothing really against you because Power fans tend to be a little bit, I don't know, emotional. So, yeah.
I wasn't saying anything.
Anyway,
But what was were the fans expecting that Power would win the league? Were they
they're
saying
expecting that Power would
Champions League?
win. They expect that they've got a very good team. They expect that they're like. I make a comparison with Arsenal. They're like Arsenal, whereby they don't have a bad team, but they do not have a team. They haven't invested the type of money to win the league. So how do they expect to win? I was talking about it in the morning. I was saying that Lusaka Dine was the one of the goal scorers, Bulaya. He was at Power, and you saw him. I don't know if you were around. He played for Power together with Songa Chipoka, the guys who came from Samuel. They played against you guys when they traveled here.
Yeah.
And then they were with Power, but they didn't sign them because Lusaka Dynamos were offered a better deal. So if you can't
Keep them.
if you can't compete on the transfer market, how are you going to? And if you're beaten by Lusaka Dynamos to even such young players, how are you going to compete?
Also, I'll point out that we drew that friendly.
Yeah, exactly. You played very well. You drew. So it's very difficult for Power. So Power, I would say that they're going to continue again at the mid-table.
The question is, in the Super League, there must be 8 teams who all their supporters believe that they should be winning the league or finishing top 2.
Yeah, but I think
So there's always going to be
some have to
disappointment.
be realistic. Some have to be realistic.
Who's being unrealistic other than Power, apparently, Punch?
And you know what's
No, I won't say names.
No, say what you want.
Cabo Warriors fans, I feel at times can be a little bit unrealistic. Prison Leopards fans, yeah.
Wow, look at them though.
They're doing so well. And this is ironic that we can actually say that, considering the reputation Nkana fans have. Okay, so you know it's interesting that you should actually say how the Super League. How anybody looks like they can actually win the league, because right now the table looks very, very tight, because there's literally just 3 points separating Zanaco, who are top with 28 points, and Kabwe Warriors, who are 7th with 25 points. Because Kabwe Warriors, Zesco United, Buildcon, and Prison Leopards are all tied on 25 points. And Forest Rangers with Zanaco are both tied with 28, and only Lusaka Dynamos has 26. And just below them, the next team is Nkana, who are 5 points adrift from 7th, behind Kabwe Warriors with 20 points, followed by Green Eagles, who are tied with Nkwazi and Red Arrows, all of them at 19 points.
So you're saying that anyone up to Nkana could win the league?
Yeah, exactly.
If one slip up, and besides, Nkana have actually got 2 games in hand.
2 games.
So Punch is saying that Kabwe Warriors could win the league, is what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that Warriors could win the league. Look, I doubt that. Look, when I'm looking at the table, the teams which can't win the league: Forest Rangers, Prison Leopards.
But these are who can't win?
Yeah, who can't win? Power Dynamo.
Why, is that just because of the name of the club? Or?
No. Then the teams who can win the league: Zanaco,
But Bootcon, I only
In
said.
Ghana, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm surprised you said Bootcon, because Bootcon at one time were top of the
Well,
table
top
for
of the table,
weeks.
but I think they're not consistent.
And they're only 3 points behind Zanaco.
And also, last time I drove to the Copper Belt, their bus was broken down. So,
Okay, all right.
that's why.
So let's know what
as
you
we know,
guys think.
Lusaka Dynamos, their buses don't break down. Because if one breaks down, then another one comes.
So there's Justice. Justin says, the man in the middle. I always listen to you on radio. I'm glad to see you now. Otherwise, enjoying the show. Keep it up, guys. And then George Kings Musonda says, we need you guys to be doing promotions every week. All right, we'll talk to our management and see if Bolabet can make that possible. Nyanga Brightwell says, Kakunta's performance was horrible. I think it's Cooper failed to show in that game.
Yeah, Cooper, he started. Look, the Lusaka Dynamos, it will take time for Cooper to really settle. Like, he's a huge buy, and he's the type of player. He's coming from Botswana. And one thing I love is that, yeah, I know Justin's laughing. I know Justin's thinking that, we need to buy a player from Botswana when we're big. Like
No.
Yeah, but yeah, so he came from Botswana. There's another player who signed for Lusaka Dynamos. He was unveiled, Ishmael Zagre. And what I love, Justin, about this is that Lusaka Dynamos reviewed the transfer fee. They said that he's 800,000 kwacha. And this is what I've been saying for is that why do Zambian clubs hide transfer fee? Because I know there are certain agreements even in Europe whereby it's undisclosed because maybe the other club feels that they don't want to disclose for whatever reason. But a lot of times in Europe, they review. They'll say that we signed this player for this much. Like, what's going to happen if you review? Like,
Let me give you my perspective on why I personally don't tell anyone anything. If Lusaka Dynamos come to me and say, we really want to sign one of your players, I know that they've got lots of money. So I'm going to double what I would ask anyone else, because I know that they've got lots of money. In my opinion, a lot of these clubs hide it because they don't want people to know what they've got. Everyone's trying to pretend they've got nothing all the time.
But why is this is the interesting question? Why is there in Zambia specifically? I'll make a comparison with Malawi. Malawi, they've got no such problem. So because the league is more professionally run, I think it's not better than Zambia, I'm not saying, but it's got more people running around the league, and they review. I've listened to so many interviews from the teams, B4 Wanderers, Big Bullets, and they review. They'll say, we signed this player for that much. So in Malawi, their league is like, it can't be compared. I think City of Lusaka probably pay better salaries than them. The owner of the club was saying that, yeah, we'll be paying our players, and when I was calculating the equivalent, you found that they were getting paid maybe 4,000, 3,000. Like, these are the top players, 4,000, 3,000, 5,000 kwacha, which, like, at certain Zambian clubs, there's no player who, the lowest player doesn't even get that. The lowest player is probably getting maybe 6,000, 7,000 kwacha. Now, the thing is that, why do we in Zambia have this, I'll call it among the Zambian clubs, as you said, there's this poverty mentality that we don't have, when in Malawi, right next to where they get much less, they're so proud to say, we signed this player for XX amount of money. They like lift up, or we sold this player.
Look, I don't know too much about Malawi, but my question would be, is it every club that does that? Or is it one or two of the big guys?
It's the majority of clubs.
Okay, maybe, but
because like when there's a player that was signed by Lusaka Dynamos from Malawi.
Do Lusaka Dynamos get special plane ticket deals or something that they're always looking outside of Zambia?
I think a lot of players get attracted. So his name is Daritso Sairetsi. He signed from one of the big teams, Big Bullets, and they said that, oh, we signed him for that much. They were on radio. A couple of guys from Malawi, Zambians in Malawi, they sent me the radio interviews and said that, oh, this is how much they signed him. And I think it wasn't that much money, but it was a record transfer. It was like a $15,000, which that time, that was 2017, was probably maybe 75,000 kwacha, maybe close to 100. And it wasn't big money here, but there, it was so big.
Look, maybe different leagues develop a culture of their own. Clubs and the way they interact develop their own styles of doing things. I found that in management, you find a lot of clubs are still owing other clubs money from various transfers that have happened through the times. Sometimes you even owed things from 2018, 2017 that have never been quite cleaned up. A lot of the deals that I've seen, it's kind of been, remember, you still owe us 100 pin from this because you never did this, so why don't you give us this and then we'll write off that debt because, and they get complicated. So I think that maybe they're not always as clean cut. And also, like I said, you kind of, different clubs have different ways of doing things. Some people like to show off their money when they've got it.
Yeah.
But other clubs, you don't want everyone to know what's in the bank account because then everyone will start asking you, taking advantage, you know?
Unfortunately, guys, we need to move on because of time. We need to go on to our next topic, which is the international games, of course, which is NAPSA Stars and Nkana have gone to represent Zambia in the Confederation Cup. How do you think we're going to fare?
We're going to hammer them.
So let's start with our guest first. Since Justin, you've already started. NAPSA, how do you think they've been performing of late, and do you think they are going to deliver? This is the first time they're actually taking part in this competition. Well, for Nkana, it's not.
Yeah.
But do you think they'll advance from the group stage?
Look, I don't know if everyone knows about coefficients and league rankings and how we get our 4 places, but when Zambian teams go outside to play other teams, everyone has to get behind and support them.
Yeah.
Even if you're from Power and it's kind of playing, it's better for everybody because if we start to fail, they'll reduce and then we'll have 3 spaces, 2 spaces, maybe 1 space, and it's bad for the league. It's bad for everyone, it's bad for Zambian football. So I really hope that both of them go there and just hammer those opposition.
So Punch, NAPSA drew the draws. So they were drawn against Gor Mahia, that's from Kenya as well, from the actual the host country. And Nkana were drawn against the Moroccan outfit. So how do you think Nkana will fare?
Nkana have had this challenge.
Which challenge? Which challenge is that?
In the Super League? The inconsistency?
The inconsistency.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about a different challenge.
No, the inconsistent challenge. Nkana have a challenge in terms of inconsistency.
I was gonna say, I know you guys did a lot of business in the transfer window. You bought 5, 6 players.
Emmanuel Mwinde,
who's been very instrumental of late, like one of my favorites from all the guys that you brought in. But do you think maybe that's the reason why there's been so much inconsistency? Because some of the players haven't really found their place. Maybe they haven't settled in yet. Maybe they're still learning the ropes in the Nkana way. What do you think is the problem?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to say maybe there's a curve in Nkana. Nkana is the football is simple. Hit it to the striker.
Long ball.
Long ball. Yeah. Hit it back into the midfield. Midfielders fan out, wing, cross. You just bombo there or what about a header? That was Nkana. But now without him, they don't have that tall striker. They have to play things a little bit different. They have to look for the likes of. For maybe Mwinde, they have to play more speedy game. Can Nkana win? Yes, Nkana can win against teams.
Gor Mahia.
No, against the team from Morocco. The team from Morocco are in Division 1. They're not doing well, so they're not even in the top league. And remember that the Moroccan league has not been taking place because of the Chan. It all went off, so they probably lost a little bit of momentum, but unfortunately,
this is the best time they can play.
Yes, this is the best.
So this
time
is a brilliant opportunity for them to go there
and to play. But it needs to be mindset. But in Nkana we're a little bit disturbed because they're also looking to sign 2 players, one from Tanzania, the other one from Ivory Coast. The Tanzania's name is Eliud Ambokile, but for some reason, apparently those were guys who were playing for TP Mazembe, but TP Mazembe, like, quote unquote, released them. Then when they came here to Zambia, when Nkana were trying to push for them because their ITCs remained, you know better how this works. But when they're trying, it's like TP Mazembe were like, not getting them. And I think that Nkana were looking to the Tanzanian striker to say that this is the guy who's going to take over from
the new Idris.
From the new Idris from Bombo. But because of those issues, it's now become a challenge. But what I heard in the background was that maybe TP Mazembe were playing hard ball because of the fact that there were 2 players who Nkana had gotten from TP earlier, and maybe Nkana didn't didn't pay for their loans. So maybe that's why TP wanted to. Yeah,
I have some sympathy for Nkana because the issues that have been going on with the ownership and the mine has been sold. So I'm sure all of that is it doesn't help you be settled when these things are happening around the club.
Maybe things will turn around now that they're sponsored by ZRA.
Yeah. And the most educated jersey.
Anyway, we've talked about the jersey being apparently a lot of fans are not happy with the price, 600 kwacha for the replica. Do you think they've reduced it to 450 now from 600?
Yeah, for 400.
So they listen to the fans, which is excellent. At least
maybe I think it was too high again, and I think there are a couple of clubs. Mchanga Rangers, they sell theirs at 700. It's the most.
But they're proud of it for some reason.
Yeah, they're very proud, and they're very proud to buy. And I hear that, I actually got one for someone just a couple of weeks back, and they even they've run out of some of the colors, so you can only find large, big. So when people talk in Zambia that our Zambian clubs struggle to sell replicas, I feel that like Green Eagles, I was also trying to organize for someone a replica, and they're all done at they sell them at the showgrounds. Like they're all done with the mediums, they're all done with the large, they're all done with the small. All they've remained with is extra large.
Wow.
I think it's triple X large, so it's huge. Like they're saying that, yeah. So I think that's good. But Nkana replica is on sale. I think that's a good step, and I think 200 fans will be allowed for this match against TAS Casablanca, and it will be interesting to see how Nkana approach it. Nkana really need to approach it with focus.
What about Muhammad Fati's team, ABSA Stars? Jacob Ngube has been their top scorer.
Yeah.
And do you think if they keep feeding the ball to him and they keep him fit, maybe they can actually get something out of this competition?
I think they'll miss Mayuka. Mayuka was he wasn't the top scorer.
Yeah, he didn't travel with the team.
He didn't travel, so they'll miss him, and they'll miss a couple of other strikers. But I feel...
Punch, I need to say something about the replicas. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just to defend the clubs. Anyone can do this. Call Umbro, who makes the Nkana replica, and ask them for one plain red Umbro shirt, what are you going to charge me? And they're going to say like $12. Okay? So what is that in kwacha?
That's 240 kwacha.
240 kwacha. Okay, and then you say, all right, also I want logo branded on there, I need this. By the time you get there, by the time they give it to you, it's 400.
400, yeah.
360.
So in other words, are you saying they don't make a profit if they're going to bring it down to 450?
Listen, I have gone to every single supplier of football stuff ever. If you want to buy original Umbro, if you want to buy original Adidas, any of these, that you are going to do the right thing. You can't get it into Zambia for less than 350 kwacha. It's just if you're going to use the official kit of these sports companies. So then when you sell it, most of these clubs now, they're not even looking to make money on the replicas. They're just trying to do their best to give the fans the opportunity to support.
Okay.
So I wanted to, from that angle, and also I've heard in the past, why don't you do a cheap replica and an expensive replica? Because if you phone Adidas and say, can you do me a $5 replica? They say, no, the cheapest one is 12.
Yeah.
And then you can't now just start selling T-shirts with because you're then breaking your agreement with this company.
Yeah.
Your supplier. So it gets really complicated.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Well, he's justifying the cost.
It does make sense.
Guys, remember to bear with us. We're definitely still here with you. I know we've been having a little bit of internet issues today, and but believe you me, we still give away those free bets. So if you're still watching, we've got the questions ready. So if you're watching, we'll be giving away those questions in less than 10 minutes from now. So stay with us. Remember to keep hitting those likes, and just make sure that you're registered with Bolabet before you go to bed today, all right? So that you can get your free 50 kwacha bets that we'll be sending to you. I don't know if Majid will be able to do it tonight. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. All right. So, but finally, I think to wrap up, because we can't continue talking about the Confederation Cup. We'll talk about that next week.
Good luck, Napsa.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, Muhammad Fati and the team.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about the FA Cup. There was one big game last night, Everton versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Manchester United just really won it by the narrowest of margin, by a whisker, really.
1-0.
And 1-0, yeah. Or was it McTominay? I can't remember who scored, yeah. Right at the death. Last night's game was very, very special because there were 5 games in it. You don't get to watch a lot of those. The full time it ended 4-4 between Everton and Tottenham Hotspurs. I think I know that his name is actually gone. The Brazilian from Everton, Richarlison got a brace. Harry Kane also found the net. Was it once or twice? Song managed to find the net. There were a couple of them, okay, but I think the game was really a cracker. I think I can't remember also the guy who got the winner in the 60th minute for Everton in overtime.
When it went 1-0 down, when Everton went 1-0 down, I was just like, yeah. Because
third minute.
It was really early. It was really early, and I placed the bet that
a live bet.
No. It was one of my many bets that I think it was 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So and then I think it was the one of 3 which really did me in, because and I was waiting. I was just like, I'm hoping, and then you just found that they went down.
Yeah.
1-0.
Would you take Jose Mourinho to Nkana?
No, not the way. I think Tottenham, I don't know what their challenge is. They're failing to beat, especially the big teams. They're struggling this season. I think they did much better last season than they're doing this season. I don't know what challenges they are. It could be that they just don't have maybe it's the finances to bring in the type of players, because I've heard Mourinho complaining, saying that, look, we've tried to make, but
he always complains.
Yeah.
I mean, they brought in Gareth Bale. I mean, how much?
Yeah, but look, Gareth Bale was.
And he still hasn't really found his stride. He's still being benched, coming on, and he's not had an impact. I don't even think he's scored yet since he's been back.
No, he's scored a few. And
since he's been back?
Yeah, he's scored a few.
Has he?
Yes.
I don't remember any. So the Manchester City also won last night against Swansea 3-1. Sheffield United, who are bottom of the Premier League table, managed to beat Bristol City, and Brighton got beaten
Sheffield
by Leicester.
They've only lost 2 games in the last 6 or 7.
They won 3, I think.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah,
they went from winning nothing to.
So who do you guys think? I know it's early to tell because it's just gone into the quarterfinals. At least we now know who are in the quarterfinals. But do you have a favorite who you think is going to win the FA Cup? Because of course the current holders were knocked out. Arsenal.
The FA Cup is it's not for Manchester United to go and win. It's a waste of time. I want to see maybe let Everton win something for once in their lives.
And it's possible.
Yeah.
The way Everton are playing,
why not?
I think also James Rodriguez has really changed the team since he came into
What is
Real
the
Madrid.
point of Man City winning the FA Cup again?
Let the underdogs have it this time.
Yes.
Okay. Finally, as we wrap up, Liverpool. What do you think went wrong with Liverpool? They've won 66 straight home wins in the space of from 2017 to losing 3 games in a row. Burnley, West Brom, and now lost as well, humiliatingly, to Manchester City 4-1. At home, all these at home.
I think the first thing, the fact that there are no fans, has affected them.
Yeah.
So, no atmosphere, no.
No, but I mean, the bigger problem is that they've got no centre backs. So
but
then they took out. Yeah, but they're not using them. So then they've not only destroyed their central defence, they took Henderson and Fabinho, put them there. So now they've also got no midfield.
But you can't really blame them because the players got injured, Van Dijk. So you can't really.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the reason that they're not winning at home, because they've got no midfield and no centre backs.
Yeah, because the worst results are actually at home. Away, they won 3-1 back to back in a single week, and then they go play finally at home and they get hammered by Burnley.
which was a shocker because Burnley hadn't won there in a long.
Since the 80s.
That's what I'm saying.
About 6 years, since the 1930 something. Okay, unfortunately our time is up, so we have to ask those questions. We've got a comment from Collins Chisengo, says Everton Spurs. I think this is going out to you, Punch, because you tried to bet on that one. He says was unpredictable.
Very.
Yeah, it was just a seesaw game. Like Spurs were leading at first, then they were overtaken by Everton, then Spurs got level. Then it was wonderful to watch. Actually, it was a fun game to watch. All right, so the first question I'm gonna ask is what was the scoreline between the final scoreline, not full-time scoreline, but the final scoreline, because it went into added extra time. So what was the final scoreline between the Tottenham Hotspurs and Everton game last night in the FA Cup? That's the first question. The second question, so remember, the first person to answer correctly gets the 50 kwacha free bet. And the second question is who were the guys that found the net in the game between Lusaka Dynamos and Power Dynamos over the weekend? So there were 3 scorers, 1 from Power Dynamos and 2 from Lusaka Dynamos. So can you give me all 3 names, because we actually talked about that game. So if you've got the answers to these 2 questions, each one of you gets a 50 kwacha free bet courtesy of Bolabet. Punch?
My question is how much did Lusaka Dynamos sign the Burkinabe defender Ishmael Zagre for? How much did they sign him for? We've been mentioning the amounts all throughout the show, a couple of 2-3 times. So how much did they sign him for? So that's the first question. Then the second question is which game did the international from Botswana, that's Motosi Cooper, make his debut for Lusaka Dynamo? So which game did he make his debut? So my first question again is how much did Lusaka Dynamo sign Ishmael Zagre, the Burkinabe international, for? And second question is which game did Motosi Cooper, the Lusaka's Botswana international, make his debut in? 2 questions.
Wow.
So how many questions do I have to ask here?
4, but it will help you if you don't mind.
Okay.
4.
First question. How many Super League titles do City of Lusaka Football Club have?
Wow, okay.
It's an easy one. You said you were going to ask difficult ones. That's not
I'll start.
It's okay. Difficult ones.
No. All right. What is the name of the City of Lusaka stadium in which they play?
Okay. Yeah, you did mention it.
Let me think of something else.
Okay, so while you're still thinking of the other questions, let's see if we've got some correct answers, okay? So some of the comments have come in pretty late. I don't know, like I said, but bear with us, the internet has been pretty dodgy tonight. Muzo Mbeo says, Barcelona was beaten yesterday. Yeah, they were. It was pretty interesting. It was then, Simon Monga says, are you also selling those Bolabet replicas? No, I'm getting things. So we're only giving them as prizes for now, okay? And like I said, we've got 2 to give away today.
When the City of Lusaka replica comes, it will have Bolabet on it if you want.
That's true. That's true. And David Garcia says, thanks for the reply. That's to the team from Bolabet. Majid, thank you so much for the reply. Muzo again asks, what happened to our Ahli losing to Bayern? Collins Chisenga says, okay, so the answers now to my question was Everton versus Tottenham. What was the final score? Collins says 4-4. No, that was full time, but I said the final score, which was in added extra time. So Collins, no. Gabriel Mbewe says 3-2. No. Joseph Zimba is my first winner. He's gotten the correct answer. It was 5-4 at the final whistle of added extra time. So I've got my first winner. That's Joseph Zimba. Okay, yeah. What's the question, Justin?
On what channel can you watch City of Lusaka play against Trident on Sunday?
There you go.
What TV channel?
On what TV channel can you catch the game between City of Lusaka and Trident? All right, that's this weekend. So if you can answer that question, then you're gonna win yourself a free T-shirt.
All right, last question.
T-shirt.
Will be a very easy
one.
one.
You answer that. What channel? So yeah,
Actually, let me make the last question a very difficult one.
Okay, Tema, got this one. You've got the question?
Last question, difficult one. Which South African club has just been barred from going to Morocco to play their Champions League game this week?
Wow.
So
Punch,
easy
do you...
one. Yeah.
Okay, question again. Which
South African club has been stopped from traveling to Morocco to play their Champions League game this weekend?
Okay, those are the questions. So if you can get those two questions, those are the questions for the T-shirt. But anyway, if people fail, we need to give away these T-shirts tonight. Okay. So Simon Monga is my next winner for... Well, Simon Monga also got that one correct. So I'll take note of your name. Simon Monga also got 5-4. Okay. But my other question was, who are the three scorers from the game between Lusaka Dynamos and Power Dynamos over the weekend? So Joseph, yes, but the other guys got it. Martin Tino Mato says Bulaya and Sautu. Those are two, but they were supposed to be three, yeah? So let's see if there's someone else who's actually given me all three. Gabriel Mbere says Derek Bulaya, Emmanuel Chabula, and Spencer Sautu. Gabriel, congratulations. You're the one who's gotten all three correct. Okay, so I've got three winners. So meaning those are 350 kwacha. Maybe a punch?
No one has answered mine. The answer, the first one, it's in dollar, it's in kwacha. So how much did Lusaka Dynamo sign the Burkinabe international Ismail Zagre for? How much in kwacha?
Simon Monga wrote it in dollars.
Yes, it's just in kwacha. I think people are writing it's in kwacha. How much did they sign him for? Then the second question is, in which match did Motusi Cooper make his debut for Lusaka Dynamos? So those are the two. And it seems
Martin Tino Mato says 2 titles. That's the answer for how many titles has City of Lusaka won?
It's unfortunately incorrect.
Unfortunately, Tino, that is incorrect. So Gabriel Mbewe says City of Lusaka has won 1 league title.
Correct, 1964.
So Gabriel Mbewe has won twice. So Gabriel Mbewe has won the 50 kwacha plus 1 T-shirt. We said we're going to give the T-shirt to that one, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so Gabriel Mbewe, congratulations. This T-shirt is yours. You can come and pick it up here at Lusaka Music Radio, courtesy of Justin and Bolabet. All right, so 1 T-shirt is gone there to Gabriel, as well as a 50 kwacha free bet courtesy of my question. J. Abraham Chama says Woodlands Stadium.
Correct.
Correct. So what does he get?
Whatever you want to give him.
All right. So
we're doing the T-shirts first.
Should we give away the T-shirt as well?
Give him the free bets.
Okay, so we'll give you the free bet because he thinks that's not a very tough question to answer. All right, so you get yourself a free 50 kwacha. That's to J. Abrahams Chama. J. Abrahams Chama. And we've got 4 winners. So we've got 2 more, 1 T-shirt and 1 50 kwacha.
Eric Stambo has gotten the answer right for that Lusaka Dynamos bought Ishmael Zagre for 800,000 kwacha, so we can give him the free bets.
We still no.
What did we end with?
So 1. So the free
6 free bets.
Oh, there's 6. Yeah, so we can give him a free bet. What's his name?
Eric Chitambo.
So Eric Chitambo, congratulations! You've won yourself a 50 kwacha free bet, and we've got 1 more T-shirt to give away.
Which is my question, right?
Yes.
Which match did Motusi Cooper, the Lusaka Dynamos Botswana midfielder? So there's someone who's answered it. He said Alison Tip. He said versus Power Dynamos, and he
okay. What's his name?
Alison Tip.
So congratulations to Alison Tip. Alison Tip, congratulations! You've won yourself the 2nd T-shirt because we had 2 T-shirts to give away. So congratulations to Gabriel Mbewe and Alison Tip, the first winners for the free Bolabet T-shirts, courtesy of bolabet.co.zm. And congratulations to Joseph Zimba, Simon Monga, Gabriel Mbewe as well, and Eric Abrahams Chama. as well as that's Jay Abrahams Chama and Eric Chitambo for winning your 50 kwacha free bets.
We've got 2 more from my questions. And Gabriel Mbewe got ZNBC3 as the TV station to watch City's game on
So
Sunday.
Gabriel Mbewe
is won again.
So that's 2 50 kwacha free bets plus a T-shirt for Gabriel. Man, Gabriel will be really paying attention to this show.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, man. And so that's 3.
He also got the Champions League team that can't travel to Morocco.
Yeah, but unfortunately we've run out of the prizes. We only had 6 50 kwacha free bets to give away plus
And 2 T-shirts.
2 T-shirts, and we've run out. But at least he's already won himself 2 free 50 kwacha free bets and a T-shirt, as well as
good day for
Alison
him.
Tip. Congratulations to you for getting your T-shirt, and everyone else. So remember, to the winners, that's Joseph Zimba, Simon Monga, Gabriel Mbere, J. Abrahams Chama, Eric Chitambo, and Alison Tip. Please send us your phone numbers right there on the stream so we can deposit the 50 kwacha free bets into your accounts. However, to the winners of the T-shirts, come to Lusaka Music Radio tomorrow between 9 and 16 hours. Take a picture with the T-shirt and you can walk away with it. For Justin, in closing, what would you like to say?
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, thank you for coming on to the show.
Say something else.
But it's cool. Because of time, we have to let him go.
I should go.
Yeah, but before you go, I have a T-shirt for you as well.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much for coming
Thanks
into the
so
show.
much.
I hope that's your size. But
Me too.
If it's not, we'll change it.
No, it'll be
the
fine.
one. Large, extra large.
Hey, let me know anytime you want me back. I'm around here to argue with Punch.
Thank you, and we hope to see you again on the show. It's
Thanks
been a
so
pleasure
much.
having you. Punch?
Gonkana, Abba led, Gon ABSA Stars.
They'll make us proud at the Confederations Cup.
Nkana have never, I don't.
We might continue going. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, you need to register with Bolabet to win, and be sure to catch us next week. And thank you for the likes, and remember to keep spreading the word about the show, and of course, keep playing with Bolabet, because you will be destined to win big every other time. God bless you, and catch us again next week at the same time.
Brand new website at bolabet.co.zm or visit any of our branches countrywide. We know you think you're the biggest fan, but are you prepared to bet on it?
Bigger and better than Bolabet. Number 1 betting brand, bigger and better than Bolabet.
Bolabet. Prove you know the game.